Godspeed to the Speedy Tribe. Godspeed to the Speedy Tribe. We back with another video, and this video is gonna be about the importance of being an outcast, standing out, right? Because you know, when we younger, right, we always the butt of the jokes when we want to do things different, when we don't want to be part of, you know, the norm, right? We want to do things outside of the comfort zone, right? So let me tell y'all a story about how standing out got me to the point where I am today, talking to y'all, motivating the world, right? So seeing, yeah, I can remember like it was yesterday. I'm on YouTube. I come across a guy named Ericthomas, right? So Ericthomas motivated me. If you want to breathe as bad as you want to succeed, then you'll be successful, right? Come across that video my senior year. I'm watching it. I'm like, yo, I gotta meet this guy, right? So senior year come, like almost towards the end of the year, they call us to the auditorium. They're like, oh, we got a guest speaker today. Long and behold, it was Ericthomas. And I'm like, yo, nobody knows how big this is right now. So we standing there, he doing his whole spiel, his whole speech and everything like that. So, right, I'm sitting there, I'm just like, I can't wait to questions and answers. I can't wait to Q&As, right? So I'm sitting there and I'm thinking to myself, I'm like, hey, this is the only opportunity I have to seize the moment, right? So he goes, does anybody have some questions, right? Now, you know, in high school, right, usually people don't want to raise their hand because they don't want to seem like the oddball or the weirdo because they want to ask a question in front of the entire auditorium, right? So me, knowing who that is, I'm standing there, I'm like, nobody raising their hand. So I raised my hand. I asked him, I said, when was the turning point in your life where you said, you know, I'm just gonna take life by storm and be successful? And what age were you? You know what he said to me? He thereafter said, come and see me at this, I'm gonna give you my number. In front of the entire auditorium. And I'm just like, I put my head down, I just listened the whole time. Go up to him afterwards, shake his hand, he said, that was a good question you asked me. He said, ask me it again. And I asked him, I said, Mr. Thomas, at what age were you that you really realized that you had a gift, and when did you make that change? He told me, he said, when I was eating out of trash cans and stuff like that, he said that was like a moment of clarity to really propel me forward to go back to the life that I really wanted to live. See, he was hurt back then because he wanted to do, you know what I'm saying? He was hurt stemming from what happened to him, but he said, you know what? I'm about to be different. I'm about to take another approach to life and be an outcast. And I don't care what my family got to say. I don't care what my friends got to say. I don't care what nobody got to say. I got to make a better life for me. Fast forward, right? A year later, I go into college. My freshman year, I didn't start. I was playing running back. I'm playing football and everything. I got recruited to play for college, right? So my freshman year went by, and I'm like, dang, like I need some motivation. So I look at my contact list, and I'm like, hold on, I got Ericthomas' number. You know, I call him. I pick up the phone. I'm like, hey, Mr. Thomas, how you doing? He goes, who is this? I'm like, this is, you know, Speedy from, Passaic High School in New Jersey. You know what I'm saying? And he goes, hey, man, I remember you. So I only got like 20 minutes to talk, though. You know what I'm saying? Can we make this quick? I said, yeah, we can make this quick right now. I said, I'm going into my sophomore season of college. I really work very hard. I know my worth. I know who I am. I know what I do on the field. I know I make noise when I'm on the field and everything like that. You know what he told me? He said, you got to be the outcast. He said, you got to know how to stand out, and you got to know how to execute every opportunity that's given to you. And it took me back to the time I met him, from when I was in my room watching him on YouTube, saying to myself, like, when I meet this guy, I'm going to seize my opportunity again. So it came around full circle again to motivate me to go out and do what I had to do, right? After we got the phone call 20 minutes, that same season I scored my first college touchdown. You see? You see how it is, right? And then let me tell you after that, right? Now, this is what happened. When I raised my hand in high school, had I not asked him that question, I would not be right here talking to y'all, because he gave me the motivation, the tools, you know what I'm saying? The mental capacity, right? The mental motivation to motivate y'all. I'm motivating y'all because of him, right? So Had I not raised my, because look, usually when you raise your hand and you got cool friends, everybody want to be cool. They like, man, put your hand down. What you doing? Why you raising your hand? You know what I said? You know what I said? I said, you know what? I don't care about what none of y'all say. I'm the outcast. Y'all the incast. You know what I'm saying? So what I did was I seized my opportunity. And that's what you got to do. You got to seize your opportunity to be great. I'm right here. I'm right here talking to y'all, giving y'all the motivation that Ericthomas regurgitated back to me back in 2013 when I was in high school. Back in 2014 when I was in college. See, it all comes full circle when you stand out. It's all about standing out. It's all about standing out. Stand out. How bad are you willing to stand out? See, people think being part of the cool crew and doing the same things the cool guys do is standing out. Nah, being away from the cool guys, right? And doing your own thing, sitting at your own table, building your own power circle. That's what being a standout is all about. So like I said, man, take this story for motivation to want to stand out and be different than the others. Because look, the same people I went to high school with who didn't ask those questions, I'm not saying they ain't doing good with their lives, but they didn't maximize opportunities. I took the time out to max out my opportunities, and I got what I got because I was like, you know what? I cannot stay in this position anymore. I was going through a lot back then. And I'm like, you know what? It's time for change. I raised my hand and I asked my question. And I got all the answers up until right now. The answer is I'm a motivational speaker, and I'm here to motivate you, right? And I'm here to help you stand out. Be an outcast. There's more power in being an outcast than it is being an incast, all right? Godspeed.